Okay, hi everyone. I wanted to show you an advanced technique for the loom. What I'm using here is a lightweight loom, so the pegs are a lot closer together than your average loom. So I'm using one strand of worsted weight because it's made for this loom. And you can make a flat scarf on a round loom. And what you need to do is when you start, you go all the way around just like you would a normal hat, and then you stop and then work your way back the opposite direction, and you keep on doing that until you get the scarf to the length that you want. Now on this pattern, what I did was I skipped every other peg, and that gave it like a wider opening. And later I'm going to weave some other yarn through this to add some color. But as you see, it gives it a little bit of a wider opening in your scarf. So I'm going to show you how to cast off on a scarf because of course you do it differently than you would a hat because you don't want to cinch it. So we're going to cast off on this, and what you need to do is on the first peg that you started on, you skip that peg. You want to wrap your second peg and pull it over. Okay, now you take that second peg, you take the yarn and you move it onto the first peg. Okay, and then you can pull it a little tight. And then you want to take the bottom yarn from the first peg, pull it over. Now you want to take this yarn and move it to your second peg, which now, well, it would be my third peg since I skipped every other peg. So now you have it right next to the first one, and you do it again. So you wrap, pull over, then you take this and move it on top of the one to the left. Take the bottom one over and then move this one next to your next peg. Okay, let's do it again. You're gonna wrap, pull over, and you're gonna take this and put it on top of the one next to it, to the left, and then pull over, and then move this to the right, to the next peg. And you continue this all the way around. You move it, wrap it over, then you want to take this one, move it to the left, take the bottom one over the top, take that one and move it next to the other one. I'm doing this at kind of a weird angle to try and tape this, but hopefully you see how this is working. Move it over to the left, and then over, then move that one over to the right. Like that. And we are slowly getting it off of our loom. Okay, and continuing that all the way around the loom. Okay, so now we are on our last loops. So we go wrap it over, and then we're going to move it to the other peg. The bottom one goes over. You're going to wrap it, go over, and then you can take it off of your loom. So this is what we have now. We have the scarf, and here is our last loop. So now what you do is go ahead and cut off your thread, and then you can tie it into a knot at the end so that it will not fray. Now you want to do all the loops kind of loose, so that way it matches the other end and it's not too tight. I tend to loom knit a little tighter, if you heard our last video and Brandis yelling at me. So make sure you do it loose so that it's not all bunched together. And this is what the scarf looks like. Again, I skipped every other one in my lightweight loom, and I used, you still start at the starting point, go around, and then you don't want to connect them. You want to go back around the other way and just keep doing that until it gets the length you want. Now what I'm going to try to do, we'll see if it works, is take some other yarn and weave it in and out of all of these bigger holes to add color throughout the scarf. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so now I'm going to show you how I am weaving this yarn into the scarf. So what I'm using is a yarn needle. As you see, it's a little bit bigger than a regular needle, and the eye of the needle is bigger so that the yarn is easier to thread through. So you're going to want to thread, and then if you look at the scarf, you see how there's gaps. So what you want to do is you want to start and you want to go up and down all of these, this ladder like thing. Whoops, I pulled it all the way through. That's not supposed to happen. All right, so you just want to go up and down, up and down. And then you want to leave a tail on the end so that you can tie it. And then you just want to continue going throughout the whole scarf. You could also use ribbon if you wanted to, or regular yarn you could use. If you just pull it apart a little bit, it makes it a little easier to see what you're doing.
Still counts. Still counts. What do you do? Oh, yeah.
All right, so you're going to do it like this. You're going to do it all the way the full length of your scarf. Then you're going to want to tie on each of the ends. You're going to want to tie a knot to help keep it in place.
The thing I hate the most about going through that is the fact that the only people who would ever get hit by it constantly float
and pull it tight. And that'll help keep it in place so that it won't pull through. And you want to stretch it to make sure that it fits in the scarf nicely. And then on the other side, this is what it is going to look like. And this will be through the whole length of the scarf. So that is all there is to it. I will show you what kind of yarn this is. I will finish working on it and show you the finished product. Okay, so this is the yarn that I'm using to weave in and out of my scarf. And it comes in a roll that looks like this. And I wanted to do, you know, a contrasting color so it would show up. But here's another color that they sell. I bought mine from Brandis because she has a stockpile of yarn to get rid of. So she sold me these. So I'm guessing you could get it at pretty much any yarn store or online.
Yes.
And then I just cut the length a little bit longer than my scarf. Remember that it's going to pull a little bit, and then you want to leave extra on the ends for when you tie it. And then when I'm done, I will cut them all to be roughly the same length probably. So I will show you when it's finished. All right, so here I have woven the full scarf with the yarn, and then the ends I kind of left long to give it some detail on the end. Anyway, there is the scarf. It is ready to be gifted. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial and liked the way the scarf turned out. Show me in the comments your creations.